How y'all doing? It's BENV, and today we're going to be watching more extreme cheapskates, aka nasty people doing nasty things in a very cheap way. I was supposed to say disgusting, but fuck it. Particularly, we're going to watch the one where it's the guy who lives in Vegas, and he does like cheap casino stuff, I think. Let's get it.
People misplace millions of dollars in loose change every year.
Every day, Mark spends his free time hunting down dimes, nickels, and pennies all over Las Vegas.
I mean, he's right. They leave a bunch of coins, but I just question, like, is he doing this for hours? Is he doing it for, like, you know, he just stops somewhere whenever he's eating and does that? I mean, he's making money, I guess.
Mark's an interesting guy. He's a really good person, but obviously he's an extreme cheapskate.
That's how all the neighbors and friends tend to describe these extreme cheapskates is, oh, well, you know, he's interesting, he's different, like, but he's a good guy. Like, that's how I describe it.
When my roommate's dog ate the top, I took a marker and I penned in the black as not to buy a new pair.
I mean, I don't think that's extreme. Again, like, there's always like that small sliver of what they do that's pretty fucking cool. Sometimes it's like a big sliver. It depends on the person. This guy seems like he's more modest so far. Like, he's more modest about not being nasty. Like, he hasn't done anything nasty yet. Well, going to bathrooms and getting coins from like the backs of toilets and shit. I might have spoke too soon.
These shoes and all my dress shoes I get from the shoe repair store.
Again, that's just smart, I think.
Has a habit of doing things that are a little bit beyond what I consider cheapskate.
Oh no, now I'm concerned. He does things that are a little bit beyond what I consider cheapskate. I think I know what he means by that.
Mark keeps his grocery budget under $60 a month by disregarding expiration dates.
I mean, it depends on what it is. Like, they aren't wrong when they say just because it's like the day after the expiration date, it's expired. It really just depends there. I personally wouldn't do that, but people do that, you know.
And spending no more than $1 on any single item.
And not buying anything that's more than $1, again, no big deal.
Once a week, he washes and dries his clothes without spending a dime.
Hi, I'm Mark. Would you mind if I throw in some laundry with you?
Like, no, you didn't pay for it. I paid for it. You don't get to. That's just being a moocher. You know, it's so rude.
Hi, I'm Mark. Would you mind if I throw in some laundry with you? Just a few things, not a lot. Maybe a few things.
No.
I like how he's like, yo, can I, like, fuck you over by putting my shit in with your shit? And he's like, no, you can't. That was the right answer. that's my answer. Like, no, I paid for it. Sorry. Go mooch on somebody else. Go mooch off someone else. Hey, Bubba. The best boy in the whole wide world wanted to be in the video with me, and I'm gonna let him because he's an angel.
All right, see you later, boys.
Hello, my name is Mark. I was wondering if you'd mind if I tossed in a few articles with your laundry?
That stare she had, like, she didn't even need to say anything afterwards. That would just be a clear no.
A lot of people say that I'm crazy.
Well, so far he's not crazy. He's just being fucking rude.
A couple things here, a couple things there, and then you find someone else to share a dryer with.
That's one of those things, like, if it's a homeless person or if it's someone who's clearly, I mean, they're not making ends meet, and I've got room, even whether it's a lot of room or little room, and they approach me and they're like, hey man, can you just let me do this? I'd be fine with that. I'd be fine. But if it's a guy like him where he's obviously doing all right, you know, even if I had a lot of room left, I'd tell him no. Like, sorry dude, you're not fucking me over.
Mark does like to gamble, but even at the casinos, he's found a way to make sure he's never parting with his own money.
Being a cheapskate at a casino, that's got to be fucking tough. I've been to a lot of casinos, right? I've been to Vegas and all that, and there's a lot of casinos in Oklahoma. I've never been to an Oklahoman casino before, but everything is expensive in Vegas, bro. How do you manage being cheap there?
I only gamble with money that I find. I don't spend more than $5, and I only play the penny slots because you could win up to $10,000.
Again, that's fucking smart. It is. That's just fucking smart. I respect this guy. I wouldn't go getting coins from like the backs of toilets and shit, and I definitely wouldn't be trying to mooch off of strangers at like the dry cleaner. But I definitely do what he's doing there.
Fortunate reason I should lose. I'd only lose a maximum of $5, not a whole paycheck.
Yo, I'm surprised he has that kind of control. That's some tough, disciplined shit right there. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people, you know, if they have all those casinos in their area, and they're consistently frequenting them, they'll eventually get in the hole and they become addicted. It's hard to fight that shit. So I give him respect there. I don't think I should be doing much gambling. I think I think I'd like it too fucking much. I wouldn't stop.
If I went to a bar, the drink would cost me $12 to $15. But by coming to a casino, I play the penny slots, win money, and drink for free.
I like this guy. I do. Like, I can see the extreme angles so far, but most of the things he does, I'm down with. I feel like I'm learning some shit here.
When I'm gambling, I know when to stop. Most people think, oh yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I'm like, no, you gotta know when to walk away.
Precisely. You gotta know when to leave before you don't have anything to leave fucking with. Yeah, this guy's smart.
Been debating whether doing this new study. What it is, it's a testicular study. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a testicle replacement.
I mean, good luck with that. Hey, you know, you gotta... there has to be human trials somewhere, and the people that I've seen that tend to do a lot of those human trials, they don't just do one or two, and they do like a shit ton. So I can see why he's doing that, and they do pay, but I'll pass, bro. I like my testes just the way they are. Just the way they are.
You're going to have your testicles replaced? Don't you think you need it?
I just fucking love you said that one. Don't you think you need it? Damn. Side note, if you didn't know, Hitler only had one testicle. He got one of them shot off during World War I, so no wonder he was such an angry fucking asshole.
Mark participates in so many clinical trials that he gets free checkups every month.
I got enough shit wrong with me as is. I wouldn't do a single one of them fucking trials. It's kind of like the same thing of, I'm gonna do a blood drive at some point, but at the same time, I'm like, man, these people took so much of my fucking blood already just for tests. I don't know how much more blood I want to give to these people. I think I've given enough.
So what's motivating you to want to go under the knife and be part of a study like that?
The money.
He's just right off the cuff. So man, I just want to know, why do you want to do this? For the money.
So let's think about what you just said. So we're going to lose one of our testicles.
We're gonna replace one of our testicles for the money. Yes.
And then he's just looking at him like, yeah, I get that, but you are removing one of your fucking nuts, bro. They are going to cut open your scrotum, remove a testy, and put in another one that may not fucking work. And it's not like it's not like car parts; they're not interchangeable. You can't just toss that motherfucker back in. Once it's out, it's fucking out, as far as I know.
So, okay. Have you ever had your testosterone level measured?
He just realizes, like, all right, this is a guy. It doesn't matter what I say to him, what argument I make. He's just gonna respond with, "I'm still doing it. I want the money." So he's just like, yeah, fucking, I guess, at least it's you getting your nuts cut.
We'll do a brief exam.
Okay.
Okay, and also, I gotta check out your gyms.
Okay.
So,
Also, I gotta make sure your nuts work right. Are these some quality testicles? We have to make sure. We're gonna consult an expert on this.
drop your drawers, and we just kind of, examine both testicles. We rub them.
Now, this is my life right now. I am currently watching a video of a man getting his testicles examined and commenting on it and posting it on YouTube. BENV 2024.
What you've got is what we call gynecomastia.
You're making, whatever testosterone you're making is being converted into estrogen. So if you go get your testicle yanked out, that it can make the man boobs bigger.
See, and that's the thing right there. He's making it clear to him, like, yo, man, you're making too much estrogen. You have gynecomastia. If this goes wrong, which there's I think a pretty good chance that it could make it worse, and you could have tits. Like, oh, I still want the money. Okay, all right, bro, it's your body.
Mark's test results are well below the acceptable range set for the clinical trial.
I'm really disappointed that I didn't get into this testicular study.
I'm really disappointed that they couldn't cut my nut sack open and replace one of my testicles. Come on, man. You should be happy.
You know, there's other trials. Maybe going on testosterone replacement would be a great thing for you.
Okay.
Have you ever thought about doing that?
Yeah, you ever thought about watching some Joe Rogan clips of him talking about it? Worked for him. You do it. All right, well, that was another episode of Extreme Cheapskates featuring the Vegas dude who wanted to get his nutsack cut open and have one of his balls removed and possibly replaced to get what do you say, like $3,500? It's going to take a lot more money for me to be comfortable with getting. I don't think there's a price. I don't think there's a number big enough for me to give literally my left nut. But hey, you know, it's his body. Make sure to check out my music on Spotify, SoundCloud, all that. I make music like this.
Yeah. Feds watching me, trying to cop a damn conviction. I keep a Gaza piece that they got over in Yemen.
And thanks to all my real ones for liking and supporting me. Have a good one. That's how all of their friends and neighbors, their extreme cheapskate friend. That's how all of their friends and neighbors describe these cheapskates. That's how all their friends and neighbors tend to describe the extreme